Nikki. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to this month's installment of Faves and Fails. In this video, I will be talking about my favorite beauty products for the month of August and a couple of products that just did not work out for me. I love trying out new products, I love discovering new things, new techniques, and of course along the way there are some things that don't work out. But since I go through so much product, I figured I would share with y'all what's worth your money and what's not. Of course, just like with everything on the internet, take my advice with a grain of salt. My skin type may be different from yours, my preferences may be different, but for me personally, this is what worked out and this is what didn't for the month of August. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm going to start off with the eyes, and the first item on my agenda you have already seen on my channel. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I use this for my top liner on my lid. This is a great dupe for the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I used to be a ride or die for that, but I did not like paying the high price. I did find this and it works almost as well. I do want to say that the Kat Von D glides on just a little bit smoother, but this performs fantastically and it is a fraction of the price, so this is definitely a go-to for me. Next up is the Morphe M167 Oval Shadow Brush. I use this to cut my crease on my eyelid. I recently got this, I want to say, about a month ago, and I have absolutely loved it. It is compact enough and round enough to where it really helps you get the line that you need. It's super easy to use. It's only $5, so if you're looking for a great cheap cut crease brush, I definitely suggest this one. And onto lashes, I want to talk about my favorite pair of false lashes at the moment. I'm actually wearing these today. These are the Ardell Faux Mink Wispies. As you can see, these are a little flirty and a little fun without being too dramatic. I don't wear these whenever I wear a very bold look or I'm going out, but I call these my everyday lashes. A lot of bold false lashes, they'll start very small at the beginning and then they'll really open wide the further they go out. But these, they taper, they get wide, and then they taper again. So it's a slightly more natural look. I like to wear these every day, you know, around the house because I'm that extra. But I just pop these on whenever I want to help my lashes look a little more full, a little more bold, but without making them obviously fake. Another thing I love about Ardell in general is these are dirt cheap. I got these at Walmart. This 2-pack was $6. I definitely wear lashes more than once. Whenever I take them off, I will take a makeup remover wipe and kind of pluck off the glue on the edges while still being very careful because you can rip them, but that way I can reuse them, and I just kind of reuse them until they lose their shape because they come out naturally curved to fit your eye, but whenever they start to get straighter and straighter and they're a little hard to get on the corners, that's when I know it's time for a new pair. But these are reusable. A 2-pack was like $6 and I'm going to use them over and over again. I love Ardell lashes. Still on the eyes, which I actually have the most products for, I'm not going to lie, but the eyes are really where you can express yourself with makeup. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Perversion. In my previous video, I talked about the It No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner, which is fantastic, but I ran out, so I rummaged through my drawer and I found this, and I kind of like this a little bit better for a couple of reasons. This is called Glide On Pencil for a very good reason. The It Waterproof Gel Eyeliner, it was great, but I did have to do a few passes in my waterline in order to make the black as dark as I want. This is literally just one swipe and I am done, and it glides on so smoothly. And this doesn't exactly say it's waterproof. I think there is a waterproof version, but this does not run. I have super watery eyes. If I'm not careful and don't check the mirror constantly, I tend to look like a raccoon who just went through a bad breakup. But this has minimal transfer and works throughout the day, so this may be my new favorite, and I think between this and the It Gel Eyeliner, there's only like $1 difference. So I'm going to stick with this bad boy until it runs out, and then I'll make the decision on which one I want to repurchase. Next is the eyeshadow palette for the month of August, Tarteist Pro Palette from Tarte. I've had this sucker for a while, but I recently fell back in love with it, and for my last like 3 or 4 eye looks, I have used this palette, and I just don't know why I ever put it down. I love it so much. As you can see, there are 20 shades in the palette. It is 16 mattes and 4 shimmer metallic eyeshadows over here. And I love the colors in this palette for so many reasons. You have your neutrals, so you can do an everyday look like I did today. You have some pops of colors. You have this pink and this purple, and I actually used those colors for the look I created that I wore in my Tarte Blush Book 101 review, which I'll leave the link up here if you want to go see that eye look, but I created that with this as well. And then you even have this cool color down here. This is called Trendy. It looks blue in the pan, but whenever you put it on, it kind of shifts. It's like a brown blue color. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but if you want to do something really fun, really different, they're so buttery and so pigmented. The payoff is phenomenal. Like this red right here, it is just so pigmented. The foils are gorgeous, they're so shimmery, and what I really love about this palette is the black. This is the best black eyeshadow I have in my collection. I mean, these are just one swipe. They're so pigmented. They're so blendable, and it is a treat to open this palette every single time because it is scented, and it's this amazing like vanilla buttercream cupcake. I don't know. I know some people aren't very big on scents when it comes to cosmetics, but this is not overpowering, and it is just delightful. I love it. And of course, with almost all Tarte packaging, it is very sturdy. I do not worry about this whenever I travel. I can throw it in my bag. It can go in the overhead, in the plane. I know it's gonna make it. The only drawback is, of course, the price. This is a very good brand and a rather pricey brand. This, I think, retails for $42 right now, but I think the price is worth it. You get so many colors, and oh, I forgot to talk about the color stories. It took me a little longer than I'd like to admit to realize this, but each row is a complete look if you want it. So like here we have the all over lid color, the transition color, the crease color, the inner crease color, and then the lid color. All over, transition, crease, deep in the crease, eyelid. So if you're really in a rush or you're not feeling inspired, you can look to this. You can get your neutral look, you can get your slightly more saucy look, you can get your bright look, or you can get your crazy nighttime look down here too. I feel like this palette has all. I think it's worth the price. If it ever like goes on sale, or if they start to cycle this out of their inventory, definitely snag it. I think it's worth it, and I think you'll be satisfied by it. I promise this is my last eye product, okay? This is my color switch. I actually got this off of Amazon. You've seen me talk about this before on my channel, but I've never actually opened it up. On the inside, there is a little sponge basically, and I like to take it out and flip it over whenever one side gets too dirty. I flip it over the other, but basically this is to clean off your eyeshadow brushes. So like yesterday, for example, I used my Tarte palette and I used that very bright pink for the upper part of my eyelid, and then I just took the brush, swirled it around the sponge for a few seconds, and it got the pigment off. That way I could use that same brush, because I always use that brush to blend, to use for the brown color in my eye color today. And as you can see, there's no pink. It didn't carry over. So instead of having to wash your brushes every time you use like a bright color or something that is really staining, you don't constantly put your brushes through the stress of having them washed and have soap on them and have them dry, because that will eventually break down your brushes over time. This makes it to where you have to wash them less, but still wash your brushes, because those things will get dirty and those things will get unsanitary. But this is good for the in-between, that way I'm not washing my brushes every other day. Okay, finally done with the eyes, and moving on to lips. I want to talk about the color I'm actually wearing today. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Cherry Skies. I love this color for fall, which, if you can't tell, I am so ready for. Fall is my absolute favorite season. I love the colors, I love the scents, I love the weather, I love the fashion, I love the food. Everything about it, I'm all about it. But of course, in Louisiana, we kind of miss out on the weather part, because we don't have fall, we have the week of fall. So it goes from boiling hot to literally 1 week of nice, cool, crisp weather, and then it snaps into cold weather and it's freaking freezing for the rest of the year. I hate it. But even though it's still humid outside right now from all of the rain going on, I've got my sweater, I've got my fall burgundy lips, I've got my neutral fall eyes. I am just ready. And to achieve my typical fall look, I go for this sucker. It is very comfortable, it goes on very easily, it stays on for most of the day. It doesn't crack, it doesn't crease. I am just loving it. And it's only like $5, so why wouldn't you go pick it up? Okay, next up is a Pixi product, which I don't think I've talked about Pixi before on my channel, but this is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. And I love this little guy for so many reasons. It took me a while to pick this up because subconsciously I was like, Milky Mist, milk. I don't want to spray milk on my face and smell sour at the end of the day, but I can confirm that doesn't happen, so. Anywho, my silly butt finally picked it up, and it has been an absolute gem in my makeup routine. I use this for a couple different reasons. Of course, it's hydrating, so throughout the day, if you're feeling kind of dry, you can mist it and refresh your makeup, and it doesn't, melt it or make anything move. So it's a great midday refresher. Normally, I actually use this while I'm putting on makeup. So whenever I do my makeup, I do my eyes first, because I am just a huge slob and I usually get eyeshadow everywhere. But that can be a problem, because from the time you take your shower, wash your face, and moisturize it, to me, there is about a 30-minute window to where if I don't go and start applying my face makeup, I lose that moisture, my skin starts to get dry, and the makeup just does not go on as well. So since I do my eyeshadow first, and I take 10 years to do it, before I start my eyeshadow, I will spritz this all over my face, and it will lock in my moisturizer, lock in the moisture, and keep my face hydrated and dewy until I'm done with my eyeshadow and I can move on and put on my primer and start my foundation. Of course, the smell of this is great, the light, refreshing, almost kind of spa smell, and the mister is just perfection. It is light and airy, it doesn't get big old splats on you and leave spots on your face. It is just honestly one of the best rinsers I've come across, and this is a drugstore product. This was about 15 bucks. That does seem kind of hefty instead of the normal like $10 for a setting spray, but I got this like middle of last year and I've barely gone through half of it, and I use it almost every single day, so these will last you a good bit. It is worth your money, honey. On to body care, I have 2 products. So I want to mention my Not Your Mother's Naughty to Nice Conditioning Detangler. This has been a lifesaver for my hair. So even though you can't see my hair because it's up in a messy bun because I'm just a lazy person, it is getting longer, and I do have very fine, very thin hair, so the longer it gets, the more tangly it gets. Of course, I'll brush my hair before I get in the shower, that way it has the least amount of tangles as possible before I wash it. I condition the heck out of my ends, but whenever I get out of the shower, my hair used to be a nightmare to comb out because it would get caught. Even with a wide tooth comb, which I do still use, it was still so tangly, and I would end up, even as gentle as I was trying to be, pull out what little hair I have, and it was painful and it drove me bananas because I don't have hair to lose. So whenever I started using Not Your Mother's, I came across their conditioning detangler, and this is just so good. It says this detangling formula will moisturize your hair and separate sticky locks, leaving you with smooth hair and pain-free. Infused with keratin protein, the salon formula leave-in conditioner will have you and your hair nice and neat until you mess it up again. Wink. I love this packaging because they're always kind of saucy with what they say on the back. But basically, whenever I get out of the shower, I will spritz this all over my hair, and it makes the combing process so much easier. It conditions my hair without making it greasy, without weighing it down. It just makes my hair look and feel and act better. You can pick this up for $6 at Ulta. I think some Walmart start to carry Not Your Mother's, and Walgreens now, so you can find it there. But I am obsessed with Not Your Mother's as a whole. I pretty much only use their hair products at this point. The prices are fantastic, the products are amazing, and I really don't see myself switching brands anytime soon. And my last product is actually vitamins. Even if you're an adult, taking your vitamins are still very important. These are the most delicious vitamins. I used to hate taking vitamins as a kid. I mean, of course, I got the great Flintstone vitamins that had the fantastic chalk consistency, and I hated the grape ones. Oh my god, I used to like haggle with my sister to eat my grape one and trade it with me for the tangerine one, and I'll like do whatever chore she wants for the day or whatever the heck I had to do to not eat the grape ones. But these are like candy, and I have a hard time only eating the 2 recommended gummies that you're supposed to eat every day. They're so good that I will pop an extra 3rd one for the day, which shouldn't hurt you, but I don't know. These are raspberry flavored. Like I said, you take 2 a day, and it's got all of your basic vitamins. This is Nature's Bounty Women's Multivitamin Gummy with collagen. It supports energy, immune, and bone health. I picked this up at Walmart for $6. It lasts me well over a month because there are 80 gummies, and it's got vitamins A, C, D, E, B6, folates, B12, biotin, calcium, iodine, zinc, and collagen. It's not absolutely packed with sugar, and like I said, these are just so delicious. I wish I could just sit down and eat a whole bottle, but I would probably get sick from doing that. Alright, my peeps, now that we've talked about the good, let's talk about the bad. I have 2 products that I decided in the month of August I'm probably never going to use again. First is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. I got this, and the first couple times I used it, it was okay, but then it started to do that really gross thing that like ketchup bottles do, to where the oil separates from the rest of it and it gets really gross and slimy, and whenever you squeeze it out, it goes everywhere. It's so nasty. The first time it happened, I was like, okay, I just need to start shaking the bottle and breaking it up and moving it around whenever I use it. But no, even if I sit here like crazy and shake it like I'm in a Shake Weight commercial, it makes no difference. It still comes out that gross, just slimy, oily mess. And on top of that, the actual product did not really prevent creases on my eyelid. It honestly just didn't do anything. I would put it on and I would see no difference in creasing or longevity of my eyeshadow. I may as well could have not put anything on and it had been the same. So, and that sucks because this was kind of pricey, but I would pass on this. I would definitely go for the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion instead, or I've heard that NYX is pretty great. I haven't tried theirs yet. Just, this is not worth your money. Lastly, I hate to talk bad about a freebie, but this just sucks, so I want to tell you about it. This is the Clinique High Impact Lash Elevating Mascara, and girl, this is the clumpiest, chunkiest mascara I have pretty much ever come across. The wand is not great. The mascara is chunky. It does not go on smoothly. One coat, it looks like I have, you know, those gross spider legs on my eyes, and it's just not flattering. Extra coats doesn't help it. It's just, try the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal. Try the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Try the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Try the NYX mascara. Try anything but the Clinique. It is just not good. Alright guys, that is it for my August faves and fails video. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love sharing all of my great finds with you. If you guys have any favorite products or something new coming out, please let me know in the comment section. I want to find out what to try next. Just sound off down below, or you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Everything is Nikkikkins. You can check out the description box down below for links and spellings. Hit your girl up to let me know what you want to see. And that is it. Hit that like button before you leave. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I love y'all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! This is a great dupe for the... Did I already talk about this? Then we got to lashes. 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 Oh my god. Buy where these just make help. Blah, 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 blah. I have used it for almost every eye look I've worn for my past several videos. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I promise this isn't the last eye product. This is my color. I mean, seriously, what is this? I can't get my shit together. Oh my lord, my eyelash has been coming up this whole time and y'all didn't tell me? Friends aren't supposed to tell friends whenever they have food in their teeth and their eyelashes are trying to fly away. Look at that lazy cat. She has not moved for about 4.5 hours now. She hates thunderstorms. Poor baby. I just got eyeshadow all over my dog.